Well, hello there, my wonderful friends. This is Brenda with Brenda's Thrifted Decor and DIY. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, I'm going to add a comma today behind that DIY and say healthy living. Because today, as you can see, I am actually walking at my local park. And I've been trying my best to get my walking in. I'm attempting to do at least 2 or 3 times a week. Many of you know that I have been suffering with my knee. And one of the things that I know that I needed to do was to get out here and do some exercising. Sometimes, let me say this. Sometimes, because we might be in pain and we may be hurting, our bodies may be aching, and we just and really the temptation is always just to lay in bed or just stay off of our pained areas by maybe sitting and and that's not always good. It's not always good because a lot of times when we become immobile and don't move around and don't exercise, most of the time it winds up making matters worse. So I, decided that no matter how much pain that I might be in right now, that no matter how much this knee is aggravating me, that the best thing for me is to get up and move. And there are many, many times in life, you all, that we have to push through the pain. We have to push and press even when it hurt us. And it's not just physically, but even mentally and emotionally and financially and, whatever it is that we encounter in our daily lives. A lot of times we want to run from the hard. We want to run when things get rough. We want to run when they get tough, when the pain sets in. We want to just, hide and get under a cover or a bushel. But, when we press our way through pain, whether it's physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, whatever that pain, spiritual pain, when we press our way, relationship pain, when we press our way, because when we're pressing, what we're trying to do is get to better. We're trying to press to a healing. We're trying to press towards our deliverance. We're trying to press, and I know you all say, I didn't come here today to hear this. I thought I was coming to a thrifting channel. I thought I was coming to a DIY channel. Where you did, because see, I am also not only just doing DIY projects in my home, I'm doing DIY projects in my life. Although there's a lot of things in my life, because we know that DIY stands for do it yourself. But you know what? The only thing that I'm doing myself is allowing God to take control, and those little DIY things that I think that I might be able to fix for myself, I become to realize that it is only by the power of God that God has to help me make those changes that needs to be made. So my main message to you today is, you know what? Let's just do this thing together. And let's not become, paralyzed and let life paralyze us. We have to press our way. Right now, I can feel the pain in my knee. I woke up this morning and it was feeling somewhat better. But then when I started moving around, it actually started hurting just a little bit. But I said, you know what, Brenda? You can lay back down in the bed. You can pull the covers over your head. You can hide. You can nurse and baby that pain. You can, come on. And you can lay up there and get stiff. You can lay there and just continue to not press towards your healing, not press towards your deliverance. Because there are times when God expects us to do some things for ourselves. Now, he's going to step in and he's going to deliver us, but then he also wants us to get up and to do some things and to be proactive in our deliverance. Be proactive in your healing. Be proactive in being set free. And if you're suffering today with back issues and knee issues and diseases and all manner of things going on with your body, do everything in your power that you can do to help yourself. And exercise is the biggest one. Not only exercising, but eating right. What we put in our bodies, it determines the respect that we honor God in this created temple. Because he created this temple to where he could have made it to where we are perfect in all of our ways in our bodies. But God laid some responsibilities on us with these bodies. And one of the responsibilities that he laid on us is that we have to honor the temple, honor this body that he put us in. And that is starting the way that we honor our bodies is being careful about the food that we put in it. Whether or not we are, exercising our bodies to stay mobile, to remain limber. So I know a lot of my audience my viewers are people my age and older, maybe a little younger. And today I think this message is a great message for us senior citizens, us elders, us older people. Because a lot of times, the pain hits us kind of in different ways. I'm dealing now with some arthritis that I have not had to deal with. It's been there, but I have not really dealt with it and had to deal with it the way that I am now. But what age is doing, age is saying, okay, all right, I done crept up on you. So it's now you're getting ready to go through some stuff. But I'm not worried about it, because I know that as long as God gives me strength, I do believe in God's healing power. I do believe that, I thank God for giving me the mindset to take care of my body as much as I possibly can. Because one of the things that I have always been determined, I don't always eat the way that I should eat. I eat a lot of stuff that I should not eat. But there's a lot of stuff that I won't touch for many different reasons. Because I feel like, I may not have mastered the eating completely, but I'm going to try to do what I can, the best that I can. But sometimes even our best is not good enough. We have to excel beyond sometimes the best to reach those areas of our lives that brings about deliverance. So I just want to leave with you today on this video because there's something in my spirit that I feel like I just kind of needed to speak to my senior citizen friends, my elderly friends, and say to you today, let's get up and move. Let's get up and exercise. Let's not go out. Let's not go out of this thing of life vegetated, paralyzed, immobile. Bodies can barely move. But I'm going to tell you something. There have been people that have undergone healing just by starting to eat right, exercise, drinking the water, staying away from things that we know that it's not good for us. There have been people that have literally come off of medications because of exercise and losing weight and getting up from sitting down. So my friends, yes, on this thrifting vlog, Brenda's Thrifted Decor and DIY, let's go ahead and do some DIYs on our bodies, on our minds, our souls, and our spirits. Because there's nobody else out there will take care of us the way that we can take care of ourselves. The only one that we can rely on to give us more than what we can give, and that is God Himself. So I'll end this by saying, don't let fear, don't let your mind, don't let the negativity of the world, don't let other people's opinions, and don't let self-pity, self-doubt, don't let that stuff come in and take over your life. Because the minute that you give up and start thinking in your mind, I can't do this. This is all that's left of me now. I'm just a broken vessel. I'm just broken down. I'm weak. I got all kind of medical issues going on. But you can get up and you can do the best that you can do. Some of you may be in a situation where you may not do as much as somebody else, but do what you can. And sometimes even laying in your bed and just stretching your legs out back and forth. Sometimes when you're standing in your kitchen and just decide to just bend over some and just stretch that back. Sometimes when you're walking around your house, just put a little pep in your step. If you live in a neighborhood where you have, a sidewalk, just get out there sometimes. And it's not a race. You ain't got to run the race with nobody. But just get out there and decide that I'm going to walk some of this cramps. I'm going to walk some of this stiffness out of me. Because I'm going to say this to you right now, that if God is still giving you some mobility in your body that you can get around, don't lay up there from morning until night with the decision in your mind that this is it. This is it. And your body is continuing to decay because you're not putting it to use. You're not forcing that body to, work with you. And I'm forcing this knee today. You're going to work with Brenda, knee, because I'm not succumbing to being laying in bed all day long because it just feels better to rest the knee. It feels better to me to get up and move. And all I want to say to y'all today for your better health, I'm not going to change the name of my channel, but I'm just doing it for today. Brenda's Thrifted Decor, DIY, and Better Health. I like that. I like that. And I hope that you do too. And I want to end this by saying, get up from sitting down, my elderly friends, and do what you can to take care of you. And if you're in a situation to where you can't get up, begin to just pray and ask the Lord God to give you strength just to move in some kind of way, to tell your body, look, I am not giving up on you, body. I got you. I got you. And I'm going to treat you better. I'm going to treat you a lot better. So as I continue my walk today, I just want to say to every one of you that may the peace of God be with you, and whatever it is that you cannot do, because the word tells us that without God we can do nothing. But in Philippians it tells us that with him, though, all things are possible if we just believe. So don't, allow the fear, and don't allow the spirit of giving up to overtake your life, because the minute you give up, that's the minute that your life begins to go down in a spiral. You got to fight for your life, you all. We all have to fight for our lives. And if we decide to lay down and let life take us out, then that's on us. But we have the power vested in us by God to fight for our lives. And I say to you today, fight for your life. Fight for better health. Get up and move. Even if you can't get outside, but move in some kind of way. And I declare unto you today that if you begin to move, then your body is going to begin to cooperate with you. I can guarantee you that. I love you all. I know this video today is a little different, but sometimes we need to hear something different than going out and spending some money on, a few little extra things in our house that we really don't need. We just need to help one another, and we need to be there for each other as we grow older, as we continue to grow wiser, and let long life be extended to each and every one of you, my senior friends. I love you all. God bless you, and may the peace of God smile upon you. If you enjoyed this video today, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, please, in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, like I said, typically it's all about 99.9%. It's about thrifting and DIY. And every now and then, though, I like to come in here and just encourage your hearts towards better. All right, y'all. See you the next time. Bye-bye.